I'm here today at the MS Therapy Centre in Eccles, and I'm delighted to be joined by Tony Hughes, Adrian Morley, and it's the start of the 80-day round the world charity event. Could you tell us more about it, Tony?
Okay, I can. So today we're about to commence 80-day challenge where we are travelling around the world. So we're leaving here virtually. This is we've left here 10 minutes ago. Adrian set us off, and we've got people from all over the world. We've got people in New Zealand, we've got people in Australia, in the USA, throughout Europe, all part of our team of 225. So they're doing this virtual event, setting off today. All adding miles together. I'll collect those miles in the hope that we can cover 26,000 in 80 days. That's the challenge.
What's the age group of the people taking part in the competition?
Well, we've got quite a mix actually. So the youngest person is, I'm happy to say, is my first grandchild, Maximus, who was born 2 weeks ago. So my son Matt and his wife Chloe, my daughter-in-law, they'll be pushing Maximus around. And the oldest competitor is a lady called Jean Fisher, who is 93. So we've got quite a gap.
What made you come up with the idea of this?
Well, I did a similar thing when I was working a few years ago as a police officer. We did a thing where we had all the police forces carrying a baton from Land's End to John O'Groats. And I realised this is a great way of raising money for organisations like ours, because the more people you can get involved in an event, it opens up the avenues you've got for revenue. So that was very successful with children's charities. This building that we're in now, we need to refurbish the upper 2 floors. And as always with small charities, all searching for the same money, we thought, what ways can we do? So we shared ideas, and somebody said, well, why don't we get as many as we can? And why don't, I think somebody come up with, could we get to the moon and back to start with, or could we cross other areas? And then somebody said, no, let's go around the world. And then the Jules Verne thing came in, of Phileas Fogg and Passepartout and travelling. And then we decided to do exactly that. But whereas they left from the Reform Club in London, we're leaving from Bradbury House in Eccles.
Not much difference.
No, exactly. No.
Adrian, what is your role in this? And are you rugby school friends or?
Well, we did go to the same school, but there's a bit of an age gap between Tony and I. Yeah, but I mean, De La Salle's the connection. My older brother Steve played for De La Salle. I've had a couple of run-outs with De La Salle, but obviously rugby league was my chosen sport. And local lads, just down the road, Eccles Rugby League Club was my first community amateur club. So I just played up the road, and then obviously got picked up professionally, but still live in the Salford area. And I was honoured to be asked to come down to set the guys off. I think it's a fantastic challenge, first and foremost. But I've had a look around. The facilities are great, and do some really great work for mainly Salford people, but the wider community. Anyone comes, they're entitled to have sessions in these chambers.
We came and saw you a few months ago, didn't we, Tony? And I was, in my ignorance, I think you'd call it, I was amazed that there was actually an MS centre in Eccles and the great service it provides for so many people. It's a fabulous job you're doing.
Well, it is. We actually cover the Northwest, and we had previous premises in Trafford Park when we covered the Northwest. This building became vacant a few years ago. Well, I think actually it's been vacant for a while, but we found this building, and it was ideal geographically for us. Ideal with Salford links as well because of where we are, and the ease in which our members can get to this centre. We're right near the motorway system. We needed somewhere within the Ring Road, the Greater Manchester Ring Road, so it was just ideal. But we're proud to be in Salford. Lots of our members are from Salford, and Adrian was asking me earlier about who comes in here. Anybody. We'll never turn anybody away from our door. Anybody with a neurological condition, we concentrate on MS. We're an MS centre. Anybody with a neurological condition or any other condition who feels that we can help them, we'll sit down, we'll chat to them. They're always welcome here. There's always the kettle's always on, so people are always happy to have.
Is that the criteria? Do you have to be medically recommended or?
Not at all. No, you don't. You can come in and have a conversation. Some of the therapies that we use, for example, the oxygen therapy, we perhaps need a signature from a physio or a GP to say that you can go into those chambers. But lots of alternative therapies, but there's also yoga and Tai Chi and well-being classes. So it's a centre where hopefully we can offer a facility where somebody can walk in here, they can spend an hour with us and walk out that door and feel in a better place.
That's marvellous. That's marvellous. Can we come back in 80 days, see how you've done?
As long as you put some miles in, Tony. As long as you put some miles in between now and then. Yeah, so
Obviously I will.
But no,
I'll
you
happily put some money in the pot.
yeah, well, I'll keep in touch with you and let you know how we're progressing. And then hopefully we'll be back here in 80 days, having been around the world.
We'll see you then. Adrian, thanks ever so much for coming in. Pleasure. Tony, great seeing you once again.
Pleasure, thank you.
Cheers.